It's another edition of Sandusky Speedway Facebook Live.
Hello to all the fans there at Sandusky Speedway. This is President Trump.
It's the weekly recap of all of last week's action and all the news that you, the fans, need to know. And now for your hosts, here are Doug Dock and the Colonel, Chris Mize.
And that Chris Mize, he's such a good statesman. Just a great, great man of the people.
Take it away, guys.
All right, Chris Mize, the great statesman. Oh my gosh, it's been a while.
Yeah, we were just talking a minute ago. I was like, "Hey, who won last week?"
Right.
Shit, we already did that one.
Yeah,
First off, like always, we want to start out by thanking our veterans. We appreciate everything you guys out there have done, protect our rights, and many people have lost their lives and come back wounded and mangled for life and got mental images of what they saw to protect our freedoms, and we really appreciate it. It doesn't go unforgotten at Sandusky Speedway. Second off, I want to thank our military, all the people serving overseas in the homelands. We really appreciate you. That includes the National Guard, Doug. The National Guards across the country in each states have been, just people have been called up with this virus, pandemic, scamdemic, whatever you want to call it. All our first responders, police, fire, EMS, nurses, doctors, everybody that's worked through this whole thing, everybody's starting to get back working now, Doug. There's people that work through the so-called heart of it that without you guys, this country wouldn't have turned, and we appreciate that. And let's real quick, and everything you do, there's always a few bad apples, Doug. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of good people and there's always some bad people. And it's same with police. And it's awful funny that, there's a lot of people, I get it. I'm not saying what the police have done in some situations. It's not right at all. And it's got to stop. But it's awful funny, these same people that calling for the police's asses are the first ones calling when shit hits fan.
Exactly.
And let me tell you something. We better start watching what we do with the police, because there's going to come a day when the police are going to say, okay, you know what, we're not going to work today. And you think you see chaos in this country right now? Wait till you dial 911. There's somebody robbing my house. Yeah, there's somebody robbing my house.
All right.
Well, we're sorry, nobody showed up to work today.
They all have the blue flu.
Yeah, they got the blue flu. But I better get off this kick and straighten some things out in this country. I'm not saying some things are all wrong. I'm just saying we're going about it the wrong way.
Right.
And vote. It's coming up, people. Month and a half. Vote. Register to vote. It's very important election year.
Vote no for coronavirus.
Yes. And let's get on that, Doug. We're just talking about it.
Yeah.
Say it again. What was the magic date?
On March 11th at 4:20, we came on with an special edition of Facebook Live and started talking about this coronavirus.
And we were called all kinds of things, weren't we?
Yes. Yeah. Nobody liked that at all.
This is going to last a couple weeks and go away. This is going to last. Here we are.
You guys are overreacting. You're going to.
And you know what? In a sense, it was an overreaction, kind of, but it wasn't. I mean, this whole state shut down. This whole country shut down. CDC comes out, true, we got 180,000 deaths in the United States. True COVID-19 only deaths
Right.
was under 10,000, last week or whatever. Now, I'm not saying, everybody listen, I've been very critical in the last few months about how this is going on. I'm not saying it isn't there. I'm not saying it's not real.
Right.
It is real. I don't want the shit. I know you don't want it either, Doug, but
No.
it's time that the dictator
We voted out. We voted out.
Yeah, it's time that we move on. So
Yeah, there's a different way to handle it.
and that's all I'm gonna say. I'll wait.
That's all you're gonna say about that.
That's all I'm gonna say about that. But it's. Anyways, thank everybody that's worked through this whole thing, and our police. I mean, like I say, I've had my past ain't shiny clean. Trust me, I've had issues in my past when I was younger. I've been in them handcuffs. I ain't gonna lie to it. Everybody knows it. I've had my run-ins with them, but it's a necessity, and we keep messing with them. They ain't gonna be there.
Right.
So, anyways, Doug, we had a little time off there.
Well, yeah, but we did have some winners last weekend.
Yes, we did race. Well, we had a 1-lap race.
Right. And Kevin and Ashley Jaycox won that race over Kenny Sharp. I'm not sure who we had with them co-piloting.
Nikki
was in there?
Nikki was on the car with Kenny and Kevy and Ashley, and they took a lap around the track. It was actually pretty cool. It's something different. I liked it. Kevy, I gotta commend you. That was shorter than mine. Of course, I had Kevin Ruick marry me, so that he started off. You know how that was. It's a wonder it didn't take 3 hours the way he could talk. But I mean, that was. I couldn't hear very well sitting in the back, and I think I looked at you or Debbie and says, "What are they doing? It's over." What?
Right. Yes. Really, really cool. Cool wedding, and had a lot of fun there. And,
congratulations, Kevy and Bevy. Not Bevy, Kevy and Kevy and Ashley. Bevy,
right.
Listen to me, Kevin and Ashley. So we hope you have a long life together. Don't be like me. I'm on my 3rd one before I got there.
It could be like me and just be happy.
Yeah. No, I wish them lots of luck. They'll move on. They seem happy. I'm happy for them.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations.
Yes, congratulations. So before we go, let's see what's going on here.
We got
Jeff Pfeiffer's going to be back in the 88 Pure Stock.
Hey, Jeff, I hear you're getting rid of that, trying to trade it off for going back in the Renegade. Is that any truth to that? Seen it on Facebook, so it's got to be true, Doug. Wow. I see a bunch of, there's a lot of cars going up for sale, and I get messages. It's that time of year.
Mm-hmm.
We're going into Cavalcades. I think we're one of the last tracks to finish up season championship this weekend. Normally would have ran last weekend. A lot of cars out. You see them going up for sale, and people are shifting stuff around, looking at selling to update whatever. I mean, it's silly season, I call it. So,
right.
Anyways, before we get into the racing part, Doug, there's some things we want to go over. We know. For our drivers, all our drivers and staff out there in the go-karts, the people that are at the go-kart track, and we'll have Kevin go over this too with them. Dwayne's already talking about Thanksgiving. Oh my God, don't hurt Grandma and Grandpa. go over there 2-3 people at a time. And I'm thinking, what the hell's the difference if you got 10, 12 people sitting there, or you got 2 people go over 6 times, 6 different times?
You're
He's
right.
still getting exposed by the same people. Is this guy wacko or what? You know, I'm thinking, is he out of his mind? And he's already starting on Thanksgiving about the crowds and everything. So, you know, I the worst part sometimes is when I sit and I think. But listen, for all our staff, drivers, the go-kart people at Sandusky Speedway, I already know that, you know, our kids are getting some of their childhood taken from them. I don't like that. They're not allowed to do a lot of different things. They weren't allowed to do a lot of things this summer. I can already see where Halloween's going trick-or-treating. I can already see where it's going. Oh, we can't have people walking around, and you know, I just know where that's going to go. Huh?
With mask, going door to door with their mask on.
Yeah, the mask that we all had to wear that we're going to bring the numbers down 10 weeks ago, was it? 8 weeks? How long's that order been in? Numbers.
Been a while.
The numbers ain't really, they ain't went down drastically. But anyways, so here's what I come up with. And I talked to a couple of groups already, Doug, that you've been in the chat room. October 31st. I don't have the times yet. I don't know what time we're going to do this. I'll come up with them. The staff, drivers, and that at Sandusky Speedway, the go-kart track, and we're probably even going to allow the fans to bring their kids, and we'll lock the gate, you know. But we're going to have an event that night, and during that event, we're going to have trick-or-treating for the kids, and you know, we're going to have Halloween costumes, stuff like that. I'm sick and tired of our kids getting robbed of different stuff that they, you know, that I did when I was a kid. You know, you did, Doug.
Yeah.
And you know what? We're having trick or treating October 31st for the kids of the Speedway. And you know, if your neighbor kids are with you all the time and stuff, bring them too. A lot of the drivers are really pumped up for this, Doug. You know, and so we'll have more information as that comes out, but let me tell you what, if you're around our racing community and you're in our racing family, there will be a trick-or-treat this year.
Right.
You know, it Debbie shots for adults. That's later, Debbie.
Yeah.
That's the Halloween party after the trick-or-treat.
Right.
But, you know, it's something I sat there and thought of, and the other thought that I had, I got to talk to Rick Young next week. We're looking at putting something together, Doug, that real simple. A stock front wheel drive class and an open front wheel drive class, and a fall series kind of. And we're looking at 3 races at Sandusky and 3 races at Shady Bowl, or 2 and 2. We don't know yet. We're going to discuss it. Want to see what kind of interest is out there after the season. I talked to Rick the other day, and he's all for it too. But we got to work out details and see if it's even feasible. But we are looking at like a fall series with a stock compact and open compact, and running. You know, the weather's always been pretty good all the way up to Christmas, actually. So we got a lot of time and room to move things around. But, you know, we're looking at 2 and 2 here and there, or 3 and 3 here and there. It's something that's in the talks. Nothing in stone yet, but something that we're talking about, or we will be talking about. I know that makes you cringe, don't it? No, you know what? I don't know what ain't even that far into, you know, payoffs, whatever. I mean, it's a fun deal. There won't be qualifying. You draw pills, you know, line up how you go finish your heats, how you're going to go into the feature, and all that happy. You know. I don't know. I hate points.
Well, I know you do.
I hate points. You know, points. Let's go on about that for a minute, Doug. I know points are a necessity. Every track has points. In my seat, I hate points. I honestly believe points ruins racing for some people sometimes. It takes the fun out of it when they start chasing points.
Mm-hmm.
they start looking the points are up. Oh, I got to call Chris or I got to call Doug.
Right.
Hey,
I
you
don't
screwed me
know.
out
I
of
don't know how you got 3 more points than I did.
And I get it. I understand it. I don't like it, but I understand it. But I'm telling you, there's a lot of racers out there. If they would quit watching points, they'd have a hell of a lot more fun.
We've talked about it. We're still in the 80s. We haven't figured out what the new system would be if there's a new system out there.
And I don't know. But I mean, let's face it, points take a lot of fun out of it for a lot of people.
Right.
And what did he say? I can't read it.
He hates having points on High Miler.
Shit. That little peckerhead's the first one to call. Hey, you better check your points.
Right. Somewhere between now and next year, we'll have a conversation and we'll figure out what the new system would look like if, let's say, we were in 2020.
And everybody's got the same point system, and we're not saying we're going to change or anything. I'm just putting it out there that I mean, the points are pretty much, we got two divisions, modified division. Actually, the modified division, there's 3 of them going into Saturday night that could walk out a point champion. And going into the pure stock division, you got Johnny Newman behind 19 points from Kyle. And so, either one of them could come out Saturday night champion. Now, let me say something about Johnny Newman for a second.
Okay.
No, I'm not kissing his ass because a lot of people say, oh, mine's kissing Newman's ass again. You know how that goes, Doug. But listen, we let Justin Lawson run. We done some things and at a driver's meeting about it. And I said in the driver's meeting, we done some things this year to adjust because of COVID-19 and we didn't know where things were going to go with the, people, the money, this, that, and the other. Now, I made some changes. I allowed 19 rules in, 20 rules. I allowed some other things. Let's go back to mid-May. We didn't know if we were going to run 2 races. We didn't know if we were going to run 1 race. We didn't know. We didn't know if the economy was totally going to tank, everybody be laid off. I made some changes, did some things that I probably shouldn't, looking back now, I shouldn't have done. Whatever, I screwed up. But I did what I thought was right. And we went with it. I let Justin run. He's got a fast car. He worked on his car, and he's won quite a few races. Johnny's won a shitload. But Johnny Newman, if you're watching, no matter what happens Saturday night, I want you on that front stretch to acknowledge your sponsors and everything, because there's a lot of races Justin's don't get points for. And even though he won Saturday night, got the picture and all that, which he earned that win, he didn't get points for, and you technically become the winner. And it was brought up to me by a guy, I'm not going to say his name. And, Johnny, I want you on the front stretch regardless if you wipe the car out or not, drag the car out with a wreck or whatever. And I want you
that
to acknowledge
last year. You remember that?
Yeah. Acknowledge
out on a flatbed.
Yeah, a Cavalcade. Remember that?
Yes.
Cavalcade. Yeah. He's going down there to heaven. But I want you out there to acknowledge your sponsors and that. You're in a hell of a season no matter where you end up in points, and you didn't get to go out on that front stretch, even though you come on Facebook Live as credited with the win and points. So it's only fair that you should acknowledge your sponsors too, so I just want to get all that out of the way, Doug. Now that I took 20 minutes up the time.
Just talk about that. Well, yeah. And let's just end the points thing here. Nothing's changing anytime soon, but it is something that we need to look at, and I'm open for suggestions. If there's something better out there, I already told you what I thought, but
Yeah, I don't like points, but it is what it is. The points is a necessity. I understand why it's in place. Don't ask me mid-season. People ask me who's leading the points. How the hell do I know? It isn't important to me. But
Right.
regardless, moving on to this weekend, season championship. I froze up.
No, you didn't. You're good.
Okay, I'm froze up on my screen. Season.
We can see you fine.
Okay, season championship. Modifieds, pure stocks, renegades, beginner stocks. Like I say, two of them divisions is locked up with renegades and
Beginner stuff.
beginner stocks. I'm all screwed up here, Doug. I can't. I'm just my screen's froze up and it threw me off. How's that? Dan Smith has locked up the championship for the Renegades, and Neve's locked up the championship for the beginner stocks. Pure stocks should be a little burner there. Kyle Lawson is ahead by 19 points. He's had some things happen to him here in the last couple races, and he had some bad luck the other day with his car trying to get it fixed and that. So all he's got to do is keep Johnny in his mirror, and he might, he's pretty much can lock this up. And we go to the modifieds. Well, I tell you what, Doug, we're going over that the other day. There's 3 people that can come out a champion Saturday night.
You could go to 4. You got Matt Marlowe.
Yeah.
You got Kenny Phillips back by 7. Kenny Sharp, 22. And Jason Wells is 49 points behind the leader. Kevin J. Cox is 87. I think it would take a lot for Kevin to pull out the actual championship. So the 4 that you're going to be watching is Marlowe, Phillips, Sharp, and Wells. Welcome back.
They booted me off, finally.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Okay, it knew better than me. I should have done that a long time ago. Marlowe, Phillips, Sharp, and Wells. Kevy, everybody ahead of him would have to not show up.
Hey, there's a 4-way dance.
We will we'll be watching that all the way through to the it's going to take the feature to decide. And Chris leaves again. And then congratulations to Dan Smith. He's locked up the Renegade Division championship, and he's out by 177 points over second place. So that will they'll take care of Renegades. And Neve Resiska picked up the championship in the beginner stocks, and she becomes the first female, I think the youngest female in the history of Sandusky Speedway to pick up a championship. So we're waiting on Chris Mize to come back if he decides to come back. And then don't forget to get registered for this week. I put the registration link in there. And are you going to stay with us?
I don't know. This reminds me of the time I started ripping on Facebook and we got booted off that night. And then saying something about Dwayne. Now I'm locking up and getting kicked off.
Right. He's got long arms.
Yeah.
The registration is in the comment. So get registered for this Saturday. Modified drivers, again, if you don't get registered, I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, man, that's a nightmare. You ain't going to get times. You ain't going to get times in hot laps. I mean, it's guys register. You know who's coming. You know you're coming. Marlo doesn't have internet, though, remember? Doug,
What?
Marlo doesn't have internet, remember?
That's right. That's right. If you're not happy with your points, money makes everyone happy. But Sonic Racecraft is putting in $300 towards the Renegade purse.
Chris, thank you very much.
That is phenomenal.
Thank you very much, Chris. Chris does transmissions. Look him up. A lot of them guys are running his transmissions. They're really happy with them. Heard nothing but great things. He come up in the tower last race, and we talked him for a little bit. And what a nice guy. Give him a call if you need some transmission work done. He's got quite a few going out in them Renegade guys. Very, very reputable. Along with Kevin Hill and Lubrication Supply LLC.
There you go.
At the end of the season, I get it right.
You got it right.
And Kevin does a lot he supplies oil for a lot of the divisions. So, Schaefer's oil.
Mm-hmm.
Schaefer's oil. So thanks, Chris. We appreciate that. But I'm telling you, $12 get in the front gate this weekend. You won't be disappointed. Looking for a hell of a show Saturday night. Doug, I can't believe we're at season championship. I mean, just seems like not too long ago, me and you were up till midnight discussing how we were going to fight the state and everybody else, and
right,
and arguing with everybody about letting us open. But it's been good racing week after week after week after week. I can honestly say there hasn't been a night where I've walked away and said, it was okay. Or in years past I've said that, well, it was okay tonight. But it's been great racing. It's been week after week. And I'm sure this weekend won't disappoint.
That's true. R&R is going to be making a donation as well.
Thank you, James McKay, R&R Restoration. Cavalcade. Let's move on to Cavalcade for 1 minute, Doug.
All right, 1 minute. You got 1 minute.
And it's going to take longer than that.
Timer.
Start the timer. Yeah, the egg timer. Cavalcade, October 3rd and 4th. Practice to be the 2nd. Modifieds, Pure Stocks, Renegades, Beginner Stocks, CRS Truck Series, and hold on, I know the Renegades. I mentioned them. Modified CRS trucks, Pure Stocks, Renegades, Midwest Compact Tour, and Beginner Stocks. Now, it's out now. The flyer's out.
Is it?
Yeah, it's out. Doug, you didn't know, but it went out.
Yeah, I don't. Where's that? Where can I get it?
I sent it to you finally.
Oh,
yeah. Will Wiggins, all I've been hearing all year, when you're running street stocks, you're going to run street stocks, you're going to run street stocks, you're going to run street stocks. That's all I've been hearing all year. Will Wiggins and me talked. We talked actually a month ago or so. We come to a deal that made sense for the track and made sense for street stocks. Street stocks will be running Cavalcade. Will's got that deal he's putting together, he's got the rules and everything. We do have a tech man. It's nobody's business who that tech man is right now until the day you show up. That's when you'll know. I'm not having a bunch of people calling a guy that and bugging him about stupid shit. And I'm happy they're coming back, Doug. They put on good shows with what they got. I think this will be a great deal. I appreciate what Will and his bunch are trying to put together and do. With everything, there's always some people that are going to bitch. It don't matter what you do. This deal was put together in the best interest of both parties, and it was agreed upon. That's the only way we could do it. I mean, it's listen. COVID-19 took its toll on a lot of things this year, and we've had to make a lot of adjustments to. We are a business, Doug. Whether people understand it or not, we are a business. This is a real good deal. I think it's going to work out great. Everybody wanted to see street stocks back at Sandusky Speedway. Well, you got them. Come support it. Will's looking for sponsors. I believe Brittany, Justin, Brittany are doing some lap money. I believe if I saw that out there, get a hold of her. This should be a big cavalcade. We got a pretty good lineup on this cavalcade, and I'm not done yet. I've been talking to another division. I'm not going to name it. I'm waiting. Should have an answer by Tuesday next week, if not the end of this week. So we could have one more division come into that, Doug. I'm not even going to go into what it is, but because if it don't work out, it doesn't work out. I mean, it's got to make sense for both of us on that too. But there is one more division we're looking at, and then we're done.
True. And
so we've done everything, Doug. We've done everything. You've been involved in a lot of this behind the scenes. I mean, it's kind of funny. I told DJ Swearingen on something we did that I said, yeah, Doug Doc's the brains and I'm the mouth. You know, kind of joking. You know what I mean? But, you know.
Yeah, I'm aware of that.
Yeah. And, you know, everything I do or we do is run by Kevin Jaycox. This isn't something that, you know, hey, you know what? We're Kevin, by the way, you know, we're running this division too. Everything's run by Kevin. It isn't like I make a decision or Doug makes a decision without it going by Kevin Jaycox. He pays the bills. He's the one that owns the track. You know, at the end of the day, it's his nut, you know. So we got a sweet deal worked out for Cavalcade. I will tell you this, with the way COVID-19 has hit, the coronavirus and everything that's went down with restrictions on travel, and it's lifted and then it ain't lifted, then it's, you know, back and forth. A lot of guys aren't traveling this year in the modifieds. We have cut the purse in half. Everything's half down the line, including the laps. 50 laps, it's $2,500 to win, $250 to start. No entry fee. I've been getting asked a lot about that, and I've been telling guys, you know, what we're doing. So that's that. I mean, we're not going to take a chance on doing something. You know, next year we might pick back up where we left off, but that's what the purse is going to be this year for the modifieds. I'm putting it out here right now. So other
than that, AJ McCall wants to run beginner stocks, but the problem with that is they would probably lap him and he'd get in the way and probably
with the luck he's had this year, Doug, he'd break.
Right. Yeah. So we can't do that.
And poor him, you know, and I'm gonna say this jokingly, but I feel really bad for him and James McKay. I mean, week after week, James went through 6 motors. AJ has had everything go wrong with the lemon that he bought, that he was told would be, you know, everything that was supposed to be in that car sitting somewhere else sold, and nothing was in the car that was supposed to be in the car. And he's had issue after issue after issue. And I never seen 2 guys. It's almost like they were trying for the hard luck award, trying to beat each other out, you know?
Well, I think Andy might take it. His car is now completely gone.
Yeah, it's gone. That car, AJ said I had enough. He did a little bit of a exorcist on that car, and it left for the junkyard, I believe. So.
Okay, $50 to the feature winner of the Pure Stocks. Pure Stocks.
Man, thanks, guys.
McCall Motorsports.
You guys have been great all year, even with the bad luck that I just mentioned. You guys have been really supportive. You don't know how we appreciate that. All you guys all year. like I say, we're coming into the end of the year, season championship, and it's just been phenomenal. I can't even explain how grateful we are and how you guys have been. Even the fans, Doug, Sandusky Speedway. It's been something that I'll never forget. As long as as long as I'm breathing, I won't forget it. Even after I'm done with the racing world, which shit, I've said I've been done for 4 or 5 years now, so I'll probably never be done. But we really appreciate it, guys. It's this year. It's been a messed up year to say the least with COVID-19, and you guys have made it actually a fun year, Doug.
It has been. It has been.
I'll never forget putting on a hot dog race and people running out of stands with $20 bills for,
Right.
I won't forget that.
Right.
So,
I just want to clarify, Andy, is that for this weekend or Cavalcade? And then Johnny wants to know if they can run both divisions for Cavalcade.
I'll get back with you on that.
Okay.
I'll get back with you on that. We'll talk offline.
Okay.
Man, I ain't used to it getting dark so early. Look,
And I know. I'm wondering where you're going there. Okay. Modifieds, $50 to fast qualifier from Dustin Codwell.
thank you, Dustin.
Thank you. Yep. And AJ McCall, $40 to third place in pure stocks.
Bingo.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's amazing, guys. I'm just, I can't believe it.
It started out this way this year, and it's never stopped, Doug. And we greatly appreciate it. So let me go into one other thing, Doug. And we've touched base on this. I should go turn the light on so y'all can see.
While you're doing that, let me talk here. So if you're with the street stocks or the modifieds for Cavalcade, if you send your name over to Bill Schwark, he'll start a entry list and keep that updated. And then I'll put the registration up tonight or tomorrow, and that way you guys can start registering for Cavalcade as well. That was. And then and if there's a hot dog race, AJ will throw in $40 for the winner.
What, on season championship night?
I would believe so.
If I got time, we might do one. Let me go off here. We've said it all season, Doug, and I'll say it again, and I mean it. In light of everything around us that's happened, one, I really appreciate our drivers that race week in and week out. You guys have been very professional. Class acts. I thank you guys a lot for that. We haven't had very, very, very little issues, Doug.
Right.
You're always going to have some, but nothing major. And to our fans, I don't think you can ask for better fans than what we had at Sandusky Speedway this year. We put guidelines out. Mark's talked about the guidelines. Our fans did the guidelines.
Yep.
And they complied. I mean, I hate that word complied, but they did what they had to do. And you guys are some of the greatest fans. I know every track says that. In my mind, you are some of the greatest fans in the state of Ohio for doing what you did. Keep us rolling. Complaint. You know, that we're bad because you guys doing what you need to do so we can keep racing. And we really thank them for that. And it's my matter, everything. It's great for them. And least but not, it's last but not least, I should say, our Sandusky Speedway staff when the season over. Me and Doug come on here Tuesday nights, sit here and bullshit for an hour, 40 minutes, talk. And I'm not being these people come up to us. Hey, Chris, how you doing? Hey, Doug, how you doing? Talk to us. Because they see us every week, every week. But listen, me, Doug, Kevin, I got to throw Kevin. He owns the track. The three of us can't do every position at a racetrack. That racetrack only runs. We only do what we do and run a proficient show, get out on time, and have very few problems because of the staff that works at Sandusky Speedway. So you drivers and fans, if you're out there, please, one of the staff people go by and thank them. They work their asses off for peanuts, so to speak, if you really want to get into it. And for the love, they work their asses off. They do a hell of a job, and we thank you. Almost like giving a goodbye speech.
Japers, yeah. Yeah.
You waiting for my retirement speech?
Oh boy, that'll be probably the quickest one you have. Goodbye. That's what you'll say.
No, I'm not going anywhere for next year. I'll be there in 2021. So
already committed.
What else we got, Doug?
That is it. AJ's putting up some money because he don't have any money to spend on a junk car.
Bad boys. What you gonna do? AJ will understand that one. They're coming for you.
Tomorrow, I'm not sure if we're doing a karting series or not. Nothing's really changed over the last 2 weeks, but that is Wednesdays at 7. Hammer Down Racing Report Thursday at 7. And Shady Bowl is Thursday at 8, unless he changed his time. I think last week he was on earlier.
I don't know. They go between 7:30 and 8, I think, is what they've been doing.
Okay.
Hammer Down Racing Report, Doug. I want to thank them guys. They've been a great supporter of Sandusky Speedway all year. Great bunch of guys, Ron Miller and Scott Hammer.
Yep.
Go on there, Hammer Down Racing Report. It's a great show. I mean, these guys, the way they set things up when they, had to leave the studio. I mean, they did everything, kept the show going, and of course, Rick down there. It's always fun to watch Rick.
Yeah.
Rick Young. I'm thanking everybody else, thanking the dogs next door for not barking while we're talking. But Rick Young, I appreciate all our conversations and chat and on the phone through the year, through all this thing. You're a stand-up guy. I can't say enough about you. You're a man of your word, and we appreciate that. I really enjoyed our conversations throughout this season, and look forward to the off season of conversations.
That's awesome. You're full of thanks.
Hey, you know what? It don't happen often.
Right.
Some of the drivers are going, "What the hell's wrong with him?" He's
really being nice for some reason. Yeah. That week off really helped.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
2 weeks off.
2 weeks.
Car show at Flowerama, 11 to 2 Saturday. That's right down the street from the track. Stop in and check that out.
Now listen, guys. Renegade guys normally go to this. Let's Carol and Randy have been just awesome this year with stuff they've been doing with the track and different things. Let's flood their parking lot. If you got a modified and you're coming out early, take it over to Carol and Randy's. Pure stock, whatever. You know, the Renegade guys are great support of the Renegade series. Week after week, they've influxed money, and you know, and really have never asked much for it. The Renegades have done things back for them, and let's flood his parking lot and her park. I should say her parking lot, Flowerama parking lot from 11 to 2. Doesn't matter what car you got. Take it out there and show it off.
Yeah, I heard they've got good chocolate there.
They got, yeah. I guess
Just saying.
I got to watch how I say this because it's such a politically correct world. But I got called a few things when I said I was bringing you chocolate to the track, Doug. And I seen Josh and Britt Peebles was up on there. Great pictures.
Oh, yeah.
They got pictures of Sandusky Speedway when they've been up. I believe they're coming up this weekend to take pictures. I think, Doug. Am I correct?
Let me check. I got a message from them. Okay. BP Photography will have the pictures there from a couple weeks ago, $1 a piece, and you can find them at Kyle Lawson's pit. And I don't think they're going to be up this week, but they will be planning on running Cavalcade.
Okay,
that could change.
Yeah. So I mean, I tell you what, great pictures.
AJ McCall's become a photographer.
Is AJ's one too?
Right.
Yeah, he sent me pictures play by play before that car left for the junkyard. So other than that, Doug, I mean, now everybody out there, y'all got, I've been nice, thanked everybody, was thanking everybody. I'm good for about 3 months now, right?
That'll take us to about December.
December. And then Christmas will come and I'll feel all friendly again.
Then we'll be all about hangover.
Listen, Cavalcade shaping up to be a big event. One more division working on, like I said, street stacks are coming back. This works out pretty well, like it's shaping up to be. Look for them a couple times next year under this deal. So we support this. That's all I can say. If you want to see more street stock racing next year, support this Cavalcade with them.
Right. Are you still doing the pit party?
I'll get back with you. I'm looking at Saturday night. I can't have a band.
Okay.
Bands are out because of some restrictions. Billy Straley, if you're watching, I had said something to Billy. I think I did. I don't know. For some reason, my memory's been clouded up the last 4 weeks, but we're looking at maybe having Billy there. I'll get with you in the next couple of weeks. I got to work some things out with that. To follow guidelines, Doug.
Okay. And Chris Nicastro called Chris Mize.
Yes.
And
Chris, you're not in trouble either. It's all good. I gotta ask you something real quick. Give me a call when we get done, please.
And campers for Cavalcade. Yes, you can bring campers for Cavalcade. There's no hookups and there's no fee for Cavalcade.
No.
Championship night. I mean, if you want to pull it out there and park it, I guess that's no issue.
No, but we need them out of there after championship night that week because we got them all and everything for Cavalcade.
Right.
I think my damn grass didn't grow 2 inches for 2 months, and then the last week it grew 2 inches, and with all the rain. So with the fall. Yeah, with the fall coming and the rains, some of the rains, we gotta keep up on them all.
Okay. Will Wiggins just joined or said hi.
Yeah, we done good. Hey, Will. It's great. We didn't talk shit about you when you weren't watching. So
right. If Billy's gonna be there, are you gonna be singing?
Am I?
Yes.
No. Hopefully I'm off all this crap that I've been going through, and I can actually drink a beer with a few people. You know, I don't know.
We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens. That's the most disheartening part of Kevy's wedding Saturday is I couldn't even drink a beer with them guys. Whatever. When you get older, that's kind of stuff that upsets you, huh?
That yeah. Just ask me.
Other than that, if you wanna sponsor the street stocks for Cavalcade, let money in that. Get a hold of Will Wiggins. He's got that all set up.
What Facebook or
Will's on there. He can put it up there now. Where to get a hold of him. Facebook's probably the best way. Guys, thank Will. For you guys that are glad that Street Stocks are coming back, Will's the one that got a hold of me. We worked out a deal. So thanks a lot, Will. Now that you're watching, I appreciate all you're doing. Should be a great show.
Yeah.
Other than that, I've got nothing, Doug. We've almost been on an hour. We've cut these back quite a bit. You know that.
Yes, we have, and probably everybody is very excited about that. And it's getting dark where you're at.
I froze up too, so it is what it is. All right, everybody.
Hold on.
Hold on.
There's the phone number for Will, or you can get a hold of him on Facebook, and it's in the chat if you want it. Okay.
All right, everybody. God bless y'all, and please say a quick prayer for Bev when you go to bed tonight. So I'm not going to elaborate on a lot of things, but she needs your prayers right now.
Yep.
So thanks a lot. God bless y'all. Have a good night.